Doug with Matic Rifleman. Hopefully I'm in frame. Got some time before I start work. Figure I'd take a moment to get out in the woods, make some food, and hopefully be able to share some things with you. So, been a little bit hard on getting content out lately, just because trying to get stuff squared away and just normal life stuff, and sometimes it doesn't leave me very much time to work with. So, wanted to talk about a couple things. We'll probably talk about contingencies. You see where I'm at, and obviously there's always a security risk as far as like defending yourself is concerned, but that's not really what I'm concerned about out here. Out here, animals are a larger concern to me, especially when I'm going to be cooking some food. So we're going to be cognizant of that and making sure that we have systems to fall back on should you need to skedaddle quickly. So with that being said, I have 2 bags because this pack does not yet have a medical kit. I consider medical kits mandatory when you're in the woods, because if things go poorly for you, you want to have a way to patch that situation up. Now, if you guys see a bear or anything, if you could give me a heads up, that'd be great. Just say something like really fancy, like bear. That'd be really appreciated. Oh wait, this isn't live, so that is not going to work. So anyway, I'm gonna get this stove set up and hopefully we can have some conversation. Probably. So these new pocket rockets are neat. I've been using pocket rockets for a very long time. Probably bought my first one in, I don't know, 2010, 2011, based off of a Nut and Fancy recommendation. And I've been very happy so far. They are wind sensitive, so you want to keep them kind of shielded a little bit out of the wind. You can use your pack for that if it's safe to do so. Especially on this nice sandy material, it's kind of cool because you can kind of nestle it in there so that it's not unstable. Always give it a circle check, make sure everything's nice and happy before you start forgetting about it and cooking. We're going to be making a beef pasta marinara today. We're going to take 8 ounces of water. Right, we'll go a tad more so I can burn some off. If you guys have small pieces, you can always stash them inside something else so you don't lose stuff and start littering. Littering isn't very cool. Alrighty, let's make sure we're still in frame and see how the audio is, and we'll see if we can make some content for you guys. See if I can prop this up. Oh, let's see if I can. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and there's not really a good way to do this, guys. I'm sorry. I don't feel like taking the time to perfectly frame everything. This isn't really that kind of video. Just got a video put up or made separate from this to give us some. Get something out there for you guys, but I want to talk about what's going on and some of the stuff that's coming down the pipe. I'm not going to talk about specifics because there are people out there. Well, if you're a person that watches this and you have the capacity to do some of the things I talk about, let me know, please, because it's not that it's not that I don't want people to take the idea and run with it, and because I want the information to be to exist and then be available for people. And I want the information to be usable for those people. So I don't care how the information gets to people. I don't care if it's me or someone else. There's definitely better people out there in the world to give the information. But what I care about is that the information is getting out there, because there's so much information that I have. There's questions I have that aren't there. There are no answers to them. So, and I want answers, and no one is giving me those answers that I want. So I'm trying to maneuver in life so I can get some of these questions answered that I have, and that I'm sure that other people have. So if you are running around, excuse me, with the capacity to act on some of these things, just let me know, please, because I want to see this stuff come out, and I don't care who gets the notoriety or whatever for it. I just want the information. So I want people to have access to that information without having to pay money for something that should just be, you know, Googleable. So something so one of the things I want to work on is doing a field viability test for ammunition, both for pistol, rifle, eventually shotgun, and precision rifle as well. There's certain things, let me fix this a little bit. There's certain things I'd like to cover specifically due to failures I've had personally with equipment, excuse me. And then there's things I'd like to see just because I'm curious. And then there's things that I think are maybe not applicable to me so much, but maybe applicable to you. So we're working on that. I'm trying to get some resources. I want to get some ballistics gelatin. I'm going to end up going with the clear ballistics. I think they have a FBI calibrated block that meets the specifications for the FBI block, so that hopefully the testing is standardized enough to be useful for people. And then secondly, just so I can look at other things in the world and say, okay, we have a realistic penetration representation here in this experiment. So, because guys, with the gel testing, all the fancy like spirals and stuff, lots of times really doesn't matter. You're really only looking at the penetration, and then considering the velocity and mass of the projectile, and then comparing that against other studies and other representations of live flesh exposure that people have had. So now this pocket rocket, by the way, these new ones are funky. I don't know how hot this is. It's incredible to me how quickly these cool down. And they fold up really funky. I'm not sure if I like it or not. I haven't used this one nearly as much as I've used the other one, so it's hard for me to say, to be completely frank. So, but time will tell, and I have my second one in my daily bag, my older one that has years and years and years and years of use on it. So, we'll see. Anyway, let me get this all packed up. By the way, guys, I'm not sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee Company or anything like that. If you're worried about their support of the Second Amendment, don't be. That whole situation got way blown out of proportion. If you're curious about that, let me know. We'll talk about it with absolutely no legitimate claim to the subject, because I am not the people in that company. But don't be reactionary and emotional about exposure information, guys. It's a problem I had for a long time. It will not do your life any favors, just for those that are wondering. Anyway, but these instant coffee packs are they're basically big tea bags of coffee, and they're actually pretty good. So if you need coffee quickly and you don't have time to percolate or some other weird field expedient method of making coffee, pretty solid way to go. Secondary thing, these MSR, what is this? I think it's a 1.5 quart container. MSR Seagull is what it says. I'll look up later what the size is. Maybe I'll annotate it in the video, in the details underneath the video. But they fit perfectly in the old, like, Vietnam era canteen pouches. So if you're trying to quiet up your cooking system, this is one way to do it. You put the buckle system right there at the top, or between the two clasps, and it's actually pretty effective. So I dig that. But yeah, so I want to do the field viability test for ammunition, where we're going to go talk about how viable is ammunition in field conditions, and then what is it giving you in those conditions, as far as external and terminal performance is considered. Terminal ballistics is what happens when a bullet hits a target. External ballistics are what happens between exiting the barrel and getting to the target. Then you have internal and intermediate ballistics. Those things I'm not going to talk about because there's better resources. If you're curious about that, let me know. I can get you the resources. But Sniper 101 series is pretty solid, just as a general recommendation if you want to learn about that stuff. Sniper 101 from the Tibosaurus Rex guy, pretty solid information from what I can tell. But I'm not a subject matter expert on that, so take that with a grain or two of salt. Alright. So some other stuff I want to start talking about. I've got a second channel. We're not going to talk about that today, but I'm trying to get that more active. It'll flirt with this channel, but it won't be exactly the same. And then that ammunition, there's the basic marksmanship series we're going to be redoing. I don't like how that looked, and I don't like how I'm portraying the subject. So we're gonna break that down way simpler, talk about that, and hopefully make it easy for people to digest in a way that is useful to people off the internet. Obviously, it's not instruction; it doesn't work that way. But hopefully, it gives people enough communication to take that stuff to the range and safely try some of the techniques demonstrated in the videos. Obviously, again, it's not instruction, not telling people what to do. I'm making that mostly for people that I know so that I can give them a resource that is not fit my physical presence for them to try to work through at the range. And hopefully it's helpful for that. But yeah, that's some of the stuff we have coming down. Some other stuff is the IMT stuff, not actual individual movement technique, but the series that I started a while back. I want to start getting some more of that content out. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. We're just trying to make sure that me and my family don't be a heathen, my family and I are prioritizing life things first, so that we're actually enjoying this journey that we're on. And you guys should be doing the same, getting off the internet, getting off your computers, and just getting out into the world and enjoying some of the stuff out there. It's amazing how wonderful this life can be if you get out of your own way and enjoy it. So that being said, guys, I hope you guys found this helpful. I hope you guys aren't waiting on content, and understand I'm working diligently to try to get that content to you guys. I appreciate all of you. Please keep getting after it out there, regardless of whether or not you're getting that information from me. There's so much information out there to be learning and to be incorporating into our lives. There's just almost no excuse to not be going out there and getting after it. And I understand some people are dealing with some stuff. Trust me, I get it. We'll talk about that at a later date. But yeah, till next time, guys. It's been till next time, guys. It's been Doug with Medic Rifleman. Y'all keep getting after it and have a blessed day. Well, ran out of time, so hiking it all back out. Got my food though, so that's pretty sick. I realized after I was done that all that scent from the food was going in the direction in which I am going, which is less than ideal, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, guys, this is something I really can't recommend it more. Taking the little moments in life where you have some time to maximize your experiences in this journey. And there are things in this I am failing utterly. How I was for a while as a dad or a husband or as a son or a friend, I was failing so hard in being the person I should. Just to be honest, and maybe not in other people's eyes, but in my own. And it left scars that I'm working on healing. But it's so much easier to deal with that stuff, guys, if you don't form the scars in the first place. But regardless, don't allow those scars to keep you from trying to move on and allow them to develop as scars rather than being fresh cuts. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Because a scar is a story. A cut is an actuality. And it's better to develop stories in life than live constant painful realities. So let those scars heal and do what you need to do to get out there and heal them. And try to get to a place where those scars can actually heal. Hope that's something for you guys. But I'm just some guy trying to figure it out too. Obviously, I'm freaking 28 years old. Obviously, I'm just some guy trying to figure it out. But hopefully y'all know that. All right, for real this time. Been Doug with Mag Rifleman. Y'all have a blessed day.